As a mother, I would just say step away from the screen, go outside, get some fresh air. Beating Tetris is not a life goal. Speaking of fresh air.
Dude! Whoa!
Oh no. The horrors. Imagine telling people that video games is to waste your time. That's insane. Wow. That's whew. Now I see why man-child here is pissed off. What a horrible tragedy that this lady was doing a little jab at a pathetic kid wasting his life at a fucking game.
Yeah, Potato, maybe coming back wasn't the best idea. What's up, my fellow clout givers? So a little while back, there was this kid that beat the original Tetris for the first time, setting a new world record as the first person ever to have completed Tetris, as the only way to beat Tetris is to play it so long and so well to the point that the game pretty much just crashes itself. So this kid was the first person ever to do that, and then this news anchor decided to bash on the kid, saying that completing a game like Tetris isn't supposed to be some huge life goal. When one, he set a new world record in video game history, which in of itself, since this is the original Tetris, a game that nobody at the time has beaten, is a big deal. And two, the boy started that stream dedicated to his father, who is deceased. The news anchor completely overlooked this fact that the other big reason why the kid decided to do this was because he wanted to do it for his dead father. So people have rightfully called this news anchor out for being incredibly rude, but it seems that good old buddy ABritishPotato just doesn't agree. I was initially excited to see Potato returning to videos, as you can see here I left a comment, but after actually watching this video, yeah, he dropped the ball very hard. So we're gonna go ahead and take a look at ABritishPotato's video on this controversy. Let's get to it then, shall we?
What's the real difference? It's all arbitrary games we made up, okay? It's not just necessarily better because one is in front of a screen and the other isn't. I don't believe these things. Maybe it's because my job is to play video games, but I think it's dumb. I think it's dumb what she said. You took away this boy's accomplishments.
No, you dipshit. She did not take away his fucking accomplishment. That's barely anything to begin with. Fucking Waffle House.
Off to an amazing start by downplaying the accomplishment that the kid made. Look, at a service level, it's just a video game, right? If that were all there is to it, you would have a point, but it goes deeper than that. The kid set a world record for beating a game that nobody could, and he did it for his dead father to honor him. You may have missed that fact just like the news anchor has, and for that, I am gonna have to call you out on it.
Every day I see a video online that pisses me off, and I want to say something. I want to yell at the person who made the video or is in the video because it pisses me off, but I don't, because that just gives it more engagement. Maybe that was their goal in the first place, so I bite my tongue. But today's different. Today I'm mad.
Oh boy, I wonder what you're mad about. Hope it's nothing really fucking stupid and overblown for no goddamn reason, because that would just be retarded. Oh wait, I forgot, this is the internet. It's filled with retards.
I'm mad because I saw a video that pissed me off. We're going to talk about it. You might have seen this video too. It's about a kid who broke the world record for Tetris, and it was them reporting on it. It was a journalist reporting on the story, but they decided to go freestyle. So this is them first explaining what happened.
He beat the original Nintendo version of the game by reaching such a high level that the coding froze. That left the program unable to generate any more falling blocks.
Okay.
As a mother, I would just say step away from the screen, go outside, get some fresh air. Beating Tetris is not a life goal. Speaking of fresh air.
Oh no! Anyway, last week...
Dude! Whoa!
Oh no. The horrors. Imagine telling people that video games is to waste your time. That's insane. Wow. That's whew. Now I see why man-child here is pissed off. What a horrible tragedy that this lady was doing a little jab at a pathetic kid wasting his life at a fucking game.
I don't think you realize the impact that beating this game has made for this kid. He set a world record. That by itself is probably gonna get you loads and loads of money. More money than you and I make. The kid doesn't waste his life on just video games either. He's not a basement-dwelling Neanderthal like you think he is. He has played Tetris for extended periods of time, but he does other things outside of Tetris as stated in some articles here and there. Also, this kid is 13 years old. Cut him some slack. The dude literally just started high school and you're giving him shit for accomplishing something big. Harassing a kid like that is going to give people a really bad perception on you, and that's become very apparent from some former fans of yours.
That is so annoying. Why even say that? Why even throw that in? A little spice on at the end. He's 13 years old. What do you mean life goal? The kid's got another 80 years to chew through.
It was clearly a life goal for the kid because he spent way too much time playing fucking Tetris. All right, bud? Like, video games aren't that important to life. You got that, right? I don't understand.
You do realize that there are actual benefits that people can have just by playing or creating video games, right? You can make money off of either of those things. It's not rocket science. Esports are a thing. You know how many professional StarCraft 2 matches I've been watching? If you dedicate your time to playing video games a lot to the point you're absurdly good at them, you can actually benefit out of that. Not just from monetary gain, but other things like improved concentration, improved creativity, and a lot of other things like improved literacy. That's an actual scientific fact. You can go look it up if needed. But saying video games are not important to life is not entirely true. If you only play video games just to play video games, then yeah, it's not that important, but video games can lead people into better lives and help people improve themselves. The kid that was playing Tetris wasn't just playing the game for the sake of it. He did it to honor his dead father and set a new world record by accomplishing something that nobody else has.
I don't understand why people put media on such a high pedestal. I don't fucking get it, if I'm honest with you. Movies, YouTube, video games, any form of media, fucking going to an amusement park is to waste your time.
That is also not entirely true. A lot of YouTubers like doing YouTube videos because they can make money off it. The reason you make YouTube videos is entirely subjective. Amusement parks being a waste of time is also not true, as it can be used to bring families together to have a good time, or you have a good time with your friends. Movies can also be used to tell us a story that can make us relate to characters, or give us a sense of creativity, or give us a new perspective in life. I think the problem for you is that you view media in a black and white stance, like they were purely made to waste people's time, when in most cases it has a greater purpose than that. And besides, even if all media was made to waste people's time, there's nothing inherently wrong with that like you are implying.
You got that, right? When you have this 13-year-old dipshit who wasted basically his entire fucking Christmas. He probably didn't even spend Christmas with his family. He was too busy locked up in his goddamn room wasting his fucking life at Tetris. But no, everyone's got to praise this fucking kid for something so retarded. But it's okay. And then you get people like this that are just really pissed off about it. I don't understand why. It's so stupid. Video games aren't that special, okay? And this is coming from someone that plays games. I know what they are. They're there to waste your time. Thinking they're more than that. It's fucking pathetic.
First of all, Potato, that's hypocritical coming from you, since you've dedicated so much time to dissecting bad movies like the new Indiana Jones. You would not have made YouTube videos on bad movies if you didn't care about the lack of quality of said media and only viewed them as a waste of time. Secondly, if everyone had the same exact perception as you in regards to all media being a waste of time, then there would absolutely be no good media out there to enjoy. Games like the one I'm playing right now in the B-roll would not exist if everyone had the same mindset as you regarding video games. Video games and movies are not a waste of time. You think they're a waste of time. There's a difference.
You're making yourself look like a fucking faggot over here.
Okay, buddy. I really didn't want to have to do this, but it's so fucking funny when you said that. This is coming from the guy that cheated on his girlfriend for a trans person. And said incident on where he cheated on that girl is the exact reason why Potato stopped making videos. So I'm sorry, Potato, I had to do it, but calling this guy a faggot is not only funny, but it's also funny because it's projection. It is such funny projection coming from you, and I never thought I would see that in a YouTube video from your channel.
Just squirming your arms around. Oh, I'm pissed off that this lady on a news anchor covered this story for barely 10 seconds and just said that Tetris isn't a life goal. I'm pissed. I'm gonna shake my arms in the air. And the weird thing is, this isn't the only video. I chose this one specifically because this guy just went complete fucking idiotic. His video is literally titled, "This Pissed Me Off," which is very pathetic. Who cares? Like... oh no, they're fucking sensitive as shit, and they can't take goddamn anything as a joke. Like, she even took it as a joke, like, oh, it's a life goal. Speaking of that, back to weather. Like, people are spending more time on this 5-second clip of this bitch just saying random shit.
That's precisely the issue, Potato. People are not mad at the news anchor because they're sensitive. They're mad at her because she harassed a kid for accomplishing something big while simultaneously honoring his dead father. Hell, if I was in the kid's shoes that I did something really amazing and I did it for someone that died, and then some retard comes in harassing me for thinking it's such a big deal, no shit, I and many others would get pissed about it because it's a really shitty thing to do to somebody. And again, I'm gonna hammer it in. This kid is 13 years old. He is still really young, and people like you are giving him flack for the dumbest reasons.
Is a better life goal being a Sky News anchor? As a journalism major, I can tell you it's not. It's not going to pay a lot of the bills, I'll tell you that much.
Hell, it pays more bills than being a fucking loser at 13 years old finishing a Tetris game. Like, that's not going to get you any money either. At least she has a fucking job and doing something. What are you doing? You probably don't even have a fucking job yourself. Here you are gawking at a goddamn microphone, or I don't know how many fucking days or years you do this. I mean, if anything, she has more of a competent job than you do.
You just confirmed to everybody that you don't know anything about this kid and how much he has made just by beating the original Tetris. First of all, he has a YouTube channel, so that's one way he can make money off of this. And secondly, he participates in Tetris tournaments. Depending on how high you place in a Tetris tournament, you can win thousands upon thousands of dollars. Like, I'm sorry, Potato, but I'm starting to think that you're just jealous of this kid accomplishing something much bigger than you have. Also, the YouTuber you're covering right now, it literally has a big YouTube channel and owns an esports company. So, yeah, get off your high horse. The only real loser here is you.
A more sustainable job that doesn't fucking ruin your life if you do one stupid mistake.
Potato, that literally applies to any other job out there if you make one simple mistake. What the fuck are you on about?
Now, I'm not, look, trying to just spend this entire video attacking this journalist or this news reporter for saying dumb shit, okay?
But that's literally what you're doing, you fucking Waffle House. You're spending this entire video basically shitting on this lady for doing a 5 to 10 second segment of a dipshit kid that just wasted his life. I don't understand why people are so mad about this. This is why I had to come back my YouTube channel, because this drama, quotations drama, is so stupid. And it's so entertaining how stupid it is that everyone is just so high on their horse about this lady just saying stupid shit about dumbass kid. Why does anyone give a fuck? Are people only doing this because they have to cover some story on their channel? Oh, you know, I'm a YouTuber, I'm a gaming channel, I upload at least once a day. I have to squeak out a fucking dipshit video somehow. I overblow it about this lady that just, you know, said video games are worthless. True, they're there to waste your life, like everything in life. So, you know, I guess sorry for this lady not taking media as fucking serious as these fucking online do. Fucking dipshit. Everyone on the internet's a fucking dipshit. They take this kind of crap serious. I'm just saying it.
Once again, the reason why people are making a big deal about this news reporter is that she is talking down on a kid that accomplished something big. This kid is the first person ever to legitimately beat the original Tetris. And because of that, not only is he going to become extremely famous, but he's also going to get a shitload of money for it. All of that, and he is honoring his dead father in the process. Do you not realize how scummy it is to talk down on a kid for doing something just to honor their dead parent? I understand you're an asshole, but there's also being a piece of shit, and being a piece of shit is not something to be proud of.
She's a boomer. She doesn't get it, because she'll gladly go on her show and then compliment the darts world champion. She doesn't tell the darts world champion to go outside.
You know, this is an argument I've heard from other videos. You do know darts does take more effort, right?
Do you know how much effort there was being put into beating Tetris? Do you know how Tetris works? Do you know how much time you have to dedicate in order to get really, really good at Tetris? Just like how you need to dedicate a lot of time into getting good at throwing darts accurately? Did you know that this applies to a lot of video games out there that require skill? The amount of effort put into these activities is not mutually exclusive from one another. Both activities take effort and skill to get good at. Look at the people that criticize Doom Eternal for being too difficult. Are you just all of a sudden going to go back on your word now? I thought you were smarter than this, Potato, but it seems like you don't understand anything at all if I'm being honest with you.
For one, you actually have to stand up, unlike people that play games. 2, you actually have to use your strength, unlike people that play games have, right? 3, you actually have to use really good aiming, hand-eye coordination to hit the bullseye. That takes a lot of practice and skill. What's Tetris's skill? Oh, just move the block down. That's it. That's the whole game. You move the block, rotate the block, put block down.
You know that people can apply this same oversimplification to darts, right? Playing Tetris professionally takes a lot of skill as well. People could explain how playing Tetris professionally is really hard, and then they could also be like, oh, what do you do in darts? Oh, you just throw darts at a target. You see why that statement is retarded? Because you know there's more to it than just throwing darts, just like there's much more to it than just moving and rotating blocks in Tetris. Darts requires good precision and strength to throw. Professional Tetris requires a lot of thinking, because, you know, it's a puzzle game, and the longer it goes, the faster it gets. That should be pretty self-explanatory, but apparently Potato is too stupid to realize that.
You know, when I played Tetris, I always played it as a time waster. Because 1, it was a game that I didn't really care for. And 2, it just, I don't know, I played it with barely my brain on. Like, whenever there was something going on in my high school, or fucking classes, where I was like, I don't want to learn this. Just pull out my little Tetris thing and just start playing it. Just, yeah, this is how I waste my time.
That, my friend, is an entirely anecdotal statement. Just because you play Tetris as a time waster doesn't mean everyone else plays it as a time waster. This especially applies to the kid that we are talking about today.
And hell, I'll even throw the same argument at darts. It's a waste of time. It's there to waste your time. It really is.
Okay, so now you're applying the same standard that you have to darts like you do with video games. You think they're both wastes of time. Would it not make sense for the news reporter to give the professional darts player the same treatment as the kid that plays Tetris? If the answer to that is no, then that means you have a double standard. If the answer is yes, then we circle back to my previous statement. Fun activities like video games and darts are not purely designed off of wasting people's time. That is only what you think they are.
But the thing is, like me solving a Rubik's Cube. I know how to solve a Rubik's Cube. Is that going to help me in any fucking life goals? Fuck no. It's solving a Rubik's Cube. What's that going to help me with?
Funnily enough, there are actual competitions out there on who can solve a Rubik's Cube faster. And just like Tetris players, the winner actually gets money out of it. So yeah, solving a Rubik's Cube can get you somewhere in life. And there are benefits to playing with a Rubik's Cube as well. Again, the problem with you is that you're viewing these activities in a black and white stance that they were made to waste time, when there is much more to it than that.
Knowing how to play a fucking video game and solve and beating it on the hardest difficulty, how does that help you in your life?
I mean, you did make videos criticizing people at being bad at Doom Eternal, so once again, gotta point out your hypocrisy.
That's the whole point that this lady was trying to make. At least when you play darts, you do get some good traits off of it. You get better hand-eye coordination, you learn how to aim better, you know the right precise throwing of a fucking dart.
The exact same thing applies to video games, Potato. The benefits you get out of playing video games is better thinking abilities, better problem solving skills, better literacy, better memories, enhanced creativity. There's a lot of good benefits out of playing video games. Video games can also help people reduce their anxiety. Video games have a lot of benefits just as much as darts does, and to act like otherwise is very stupid.
What about the merits of being really good at a video game versus being really good at poker?
Alright, you fucking dipshit. You do understand, when you're really good at poker, you get money, right? When you're good at Tetris, you don't get anything.
Are you serious? You gotta be fucking kidding me, Potato. Did you forget that esports are a thing? You know, video game tournaments? You do know that you get money out of those too, right? The difference as well between most video games and poker is that poker has a lot of luck-based elements to it. Most video games that you play in tournaments, on the other hand, require a lot of skill. You do realize the difference there, right? Why are you acting like you can't make money off of video games when literal video game tournaments exist? Are you actually that ignorant to the real world? Good lord, man. I thought you were way smarter than this. Holy shit, this video's awful.
Like, here's a great example. My friend and I have this ongoing joke to each other where we beat Halo 2 on Legendary.
We do not care.
I actually had a comment like, There's this guy that was complaining, I think it was about one of the Souls games. Complaining that Souls games are too hard and shit. Dude, and you're just not really good at it. He's like, I've been playing games since you were born. And I legit just told the guy, that is pathetic. If your first argument to someone is that I've been playing games my whole life, you need to stop.
That comment boasting about how long they've been playing Souls games is completely different to the kid that beat Tetris. One of them actually made one of the biggest accomplishments in video game history and gained several benefits from it. The other is just an asshole on the internet that thinks they are superior to somebody else. There's a difference between boasting about how long you've played video games for on the internet and actually settling a world record and profiting off of it. And it isn't even just about the money. He was honoring a dead parent of his. Massive difference between the two people, Potato. Massive difference.
Or billiards. Like, what actually matters? If it doesn't involve some physical activity that maybe improves your health, which has some inherent value, what's the real difference? It's all arbitrary games we made up.
You brought up a good point, dipshit. It's arbitrary games that people have made up. So why do you give a fuck what this lady says? Honestly, why do you give so much of a shit? You just said it yourself. It's arbitrary games that people made up. Like, who gives a fuck then?
Potato, you completely missed the point. The YouTuber you're responding to is drawing a parallel between darts and video games, saying that they are one and the same. They are games that people have made up, and with that into consideration, the news reporter should be giving the darts player the same treatment as the kid that beat Tetris.
Here you are gawking at a fucking camera at this bitch for just saying this shit. Like, I don't get it. You are giving this person more attention for no reason, honestly. In fact, she's probably going through the internet and she sees her face on thumbnails and from videos, and she is just laughing her ass off.
Is it just me, or is Potato just white knighting for this journalist that's beating down on this kid? I don't know about you, but that seems pretty sus to me. Next thing you know, he's just gonna casually admit that he threw his trans girlfriend towards a moving car. Oh, wait. Toxic how?
How have we been toxic?
Like, what kind of toxic are we talking? Just like shit, casual shit talking? Because that's not necessarily toxic.
I mean, I threw him in front of a car once.
That's just kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
I feel like I need context for that.
Well, it was in Vegas, and he was kind of pissing me off, so I threw him in front of a car and made him get hit by it.
You're trying to fuck this person.
That's what I told you. We have
What
a
is
very
wrong with you?
toxic...
Look, man, the opportunity was there, and I took it. I am not sorry.
Okay? It's not just necessarily better because one is in front of a screen and the other isn't. I don't believe these things. Maybe it's because my job is to play video games.
And there it is. There's your bias showing right there. Oh, see, it's my job to play video games. So, of course, you just take games way too fucking serious, and you can't look at this in an unbiased view. Me, someone that really hasn't played a lot of games in the past couple of months, I could look at this and be like, yeah, this is pretty fucking stupid. Everyone in this situation is being a fucking retard, even a news reporter. Well, actually, no, she's not actually being a retard. She's just covering a fucking story that her boss told her to do a 5-second segment about. And she probably didn't want to do it, but she was forced to. So I'm like, okay, fine, I'll just mention it. But I get to roast a person. Okay, yeah, sure, fuck it, go for it. I don't know. She didn't really do much wrong. People are just overreacting over nothing. She didn't fucking murder your family. She didn't murder the kid's family. You just told the kid to go outside and maybe don't make Tetris a life goal.
I'm starting to feel like a broken record at this point. The news reporter got flack because she talked down on a 13-year-old for achieving a world record while simultaneously honoring his dead father. Also, a life goal is something that someone is incredibly passionate about and wants to achieve in life. That doesn't always correlate to doing something useful with your life. Beating down this kid for achieving his life goal is just a shitty thing to do, because 1, he's just a kid, and 2, it gives people a really bad perception on you if you talk down on a kid for achieving something that they're incredibly passionate about, okay? Normally, if a parent's child is incredibly happy because they achieved something they've always wanted to do, the right thing to do would be to be proud of them and support them, especially because this kid is making a lot of money just from playing Tetris. I honestly don't know how else I can explain it to you, Potato, but it's just incredibly disrespectful to talk down on somebody for achieving something they're passionate about. It's not funny to do that, it's not productive in any way, and it most certainly does not make your fans happy or anybody else that watches your content. Okay, so pretty much the rest of Potato's video is literally just him repeating himself and arguing the same points, so I'm just gonna go ahead and say we're done with his video. This video was just awful in every way, and it really just highlights how Potato is as a person. Again, I was initially excited to see Potato come back and make videos, but holy shit, have you disappointed me. I genuinely don't understand your mindset, dude. It's absolutely pathetic to talk down on a child for achieving something they are passionate about and are profiting off of. And honestly, I think you're just mad that this kid is doing better in life than you are. I mean, think about it. The kid is having fun with his life, playing the video games he loves, and he's making money off that. What has Potato accomplished? Oh, making money off of milking Griffin's streams. Wow, what an accomplishment. The bottom line is, don't be a piece of shit like Potato is. You can have whatever life goals you want, so long as they are positive and make you happy. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to subscribe and follow my Twitter because I need clout.